Hey everyone, welcome. This is Tomer Malavinsky. Welcome to Per Diem's weekly webinar. Today we're going to be talking about push notification best practices for coffee shops. So let's jump right in and get started. In terms of our agenda, a little bit of an overview. We'll talk about proper messaging and how you can put together the right messages, timing and frequency of your notifications, how to personalize your notifications and what the impact of that will be. Special occasions, what types of notifications you can send, whether it's birthdays, holidays, all the like. Customer support, and then just general keys to success and some best practices. And then we'll hop into a demo. I'll show you how you can set up push notifications in Per Diem, and we'll go from there. So just generally speaking, what is a push notification and what's the difference between a push notification and let's say an SMS, a text message? Push notification is a native component, whether it's an iPhone or Android, where you're going to get a message that's going to have the logo of whatever app is sending you that message embedded in it. And so not only is that message from that specific business, but when you tap that message, you go directly into the app. So for that reason, push notifications, they boost engagement a ton. Obviously, personalized push notifications, that even more so. And then they have a 93% retention rate. So as long as you're doing these, you're sending the right messages. It's for your brand, they're a lot more beneficial than SMS because it's not coming from some random phone number that looks a little sketchy, but it's coming from your brand, your app. It looks fresh. And again, people tap and they're right in the app. So it's hard to kind of like spam. They would have had to download your app and enable notifications, do all these things. But once you have them, it's super powerful. So that's why it's really important to make sure you don't lose them once you do have them. So in terms of the types of messaging that you can put together, so obviously personalized push notifications, mentioning just somebody's name, and we give you that capability within Per Diem, but also just like, look, if you're a local coffee shop, things that are going on in the area, or special events, or if there's a sporting event, how do you personalize the situation so it's relevant to what's going on today? Football season's a month away. Hey, once Sunday comes around, which typically isn't too busy, what's like a compelling notification? Get your order in before the game. Stuff like that makes it relevant. I think those are a little bit more punchy. And obviously, when it's applicable, you can incorporate someone's first name into that. All the better. Urgency. So this is marketing, and unfortunately, the way our brains work is if there isn't like a deadline, we don't always take advantage of it right away unless we really want that thing. So giving people a time-limited offer is a tried and tested way to really drive home the message and to get conversion. We already know this pops up on people's phone, so we already know it. They're going to see it. A lot more likely they'll see it over like email or other forms of marketing that you're doing. And so keeping it relevant, but it goes away. The second I tap it, it disappears. It's in the internet verse and it's gone. So it's important that it's actionable. When you're using these types of promotions, like 50% off, and we'll show you within the dashboard in Per Diem, it's good to set up a banner in Per Diem to reinforce the messaging, especially if you're using like a coupon code or something like that. Because again, once people tap a push notification, it's gone forever. They'll see it once they get into the app, but if they dismiss it and you have a promo code, they're going to forget it and it's going to cause a little bit of a customer support issue. So you want to reinforce it by adding that extra banner in the app as well, and we'll show you how to do that today. But in terms of just the messaging, urgency always wins. You're doing a deal, hey, it's for today, especially with the mobile app. It's not about tomorrow. Everything's about today. Everything's about right now. Clear CTAs, so make sure that, you're telling people to tap, even though it seems kind of obvious, but that helps. And obviously a clear CTA, as you can see here, increases click-through rates by 20%. Click-through rates on push are already 7x higher than email click-through rates. Obviously, it's right there on your phone. It's just in your face. So just making that clear CTA makes it all the more so. Today, you can use plenty of tools like ChatGPT, Claude, all these AI tools, where you can create a bunch of messaging from those AI tools. You go to ChatGPT, list out the 10 most popular Starbucks push notifications and personalize it for my coffee shop, giving it, an explanation of your coffee shop, a description of your coffee shop, and have it come up with like 10 different types of push notifications. Pick the ones you like, and you can even refine that further. Refine this, make it shorter, add a better CTA, do this message with 5 different CTAs. And then you can evaluate it, and you can really like send these out and test which ones do better based on how many orders you're getting. So again, clear CTA. The point, tying this back to all your messaging, use tools like ChatGPT and just AI tools in general to help to crystallize and to perfect that messaging for you. Highlight the benefits. So you're offering something, it's the middle of summer, like cool down. That's an obvious, but new menu items, stuff like that. Hey, it tastes great. Or just the ease of use, hey, order ahead. It's so easy, save time. So always having that extra benefit in there as to the why. Okay, we're giving you the what. We're giving you, hey, get this refreshing iced coffee. But really the why is like, it's so hot out. It's so easy to order here. This is going to taste so good when it's, going down your and you're drinking it. So cool. Timing and frequency. So this is the other side of things. Like you put together your perfect messaging, you use ChatGPT or you didn't, you're just a great copywriter and you have intuition for this. Keep in mind, again, depending on what type of business you are, but assuming, for coffee shops, the 7 to 8 p.m. is going to be less relevant. But certainly you can think for coffee shops, it's probably going to be earlier in the day. So you're probably going to get that hit in the morning, so maybe you send something out, maybe not too early because like that's just too early. And people oftentimes will have like their phone really won't go on until like 8 or 9 in the morning. But maybe around 10 a.m. you can send, hey, need a wake up or whatever it is, or even 9. I think that's okay. But then at lunch again or after lunch, hey, feeling a little off for lunch, come and get some caffeine. So obviously that works great. And then if you're a restaurant, then utilizing those dinner hours. But again, mobile apps are right here, right now. When you have an app, it's for the most part, it's not about ordering for tomorrow, it's for ordering and picking up today. So when you send a push notification, you're going to expect most of your responses are going to come like within an hour, certainly, but probably even within like a half an hour of sending that push notification. And that's what we call in marketing direct response marketing. You send to your target audience, boom, they click and they buy from you. And obviously, the more people download your app, the bigger audience you're going to have, and that promotion will be more popular and easier for you to sell. So timing and frequency are big parts of that. Again, you can use ChatGPT to kind of like perfect this and say, hey, what's the perfect timing to send out my, push notification for my customers? I'm in this location, I'm in a commuting town. And they're going to, ChatGPT will come back and say, hey, you should send it at 10 a.m. That's a great time. Don't believe everything ChatGPT tells you, but nonetheless, it'll give you guidance and, and then you can figure it out from there. Limited time offers. So we already mentioned this. It just really works, especially in the immediacy of it all. That doesn't necessarily have to be a promotion. So, hey, you have this awesome item, this strawberry mint green tea and strawberry and cream. It sounds delicious. So boom, hey guys, this is going away. This is your last time to order this. This is a great way to get that out there to drive sales. Whether or not you actually sell the strawberry mint green tea or they order something else. I think the idea is here not just to say, hey, order something, but it's to give an example of what that something could be. Again, in the app, you can reinforce this so you can make sure that you're promoting the strawberry mint green and tea drink so it appears on the carousel. So when someone taps that push notification, they go into your app, the first thing that they're going to see is boom, that strawberry mint tea, mint and green tea drink pop up right in their face. They tap it, they add it to their cart, and they check out, and they're good to go. As well, you can do promotions. So Dough & Co., which is a great pizza place here in New York, they'll do a 10% off. They'll make the code Sunday. That's a great way. Again, hey, I know it's again football Sunday type of thing. Let me order from Dough & Co., get my pie in, and get this 10% off deal. perfect example of driving urgency on a certain day. I've even seen deals where it's like, hey guys, today from 2 to 4, we're doing this promo, get $2 off with this coupon code. Again, coupons, just as a reminder, you would create coupons in Per Diem. Coupons in Square themselves are separate. But if you want an app-only coupon and it'll only be good in the app, then you would create that in Per Diem's dashboard, and then you would send that out via email, via push, whatever it is, to your crowd. Frequency and balance. So I think the key here is we don't want to overdo it. So push notifications are a great tool. And what the research shows, if you overdo it, then some people are going to drop off. So I think you know your customers, you know what they're like. And so all the more reason this shouldn't scare you, because at the end of the day, if you send somebody one notification and they drop off or delete the app, then maybe they shouldn't have the app, or worst case, they're going to turn off their notifications. It's not the end of the world. The fact that you have an ordering app means that most people are going to keep those notifications on because they want to know when their drink is ready once they've ordered it from you. So the key here is don't abuse that. People have given you kind of the in. And so I would say keep your send to less than probably one a day. You can probably get to one a day. That might be pushing it a little bit. But you want to you don't want to send the push for every meal, because then it might have the reverse effect, and people could end up either deleting the app or turning off push notifications. So I think like 4 or 5 is probably a good amount, and 2 or 3 is fine. And even if you're sending one a week, that's also great. That's one day a week. Maybe you're doing a promo. We have a restaurant group, Tika Shack. I mentioned them a lot. They have a sister restaurant, Masala Walk. They do Tika Tuesdays. They promote it through all their channels, but they especially promote it through push notifications. That's a great example of like a once of a week push notification that you send that people are happy to get. I get 10% off today, also our $10 bowls. So that's a great example. So again, the key here, don't be scared. I think, certainly 3 or 4 are fine. But maybe once you're getting to that 5, 6 range, maybe you want to really question yourself. Is this really necessary? Relevance and personalization. So Starbucks, just taken anecdotally, they saw a 30% boost in redemption rates for rewards through personalized push notifications. So within the app, you can set up, we have birthday notifications. So that's a good example of, you can set it up by personalizing those with people's first name. And as you can see here, there's going to be a higher redemption rate on those just because it does have their first name. And so, yeah, that's something that you can build in general. The birthday notifications, I'll show you how to set them up in Per Diem. Basically, when people add their birthday within the app, it'll automatically send them a notification on their birthday with the coupon code that you set up. And they can use that within 48 hours or the coupon goes away. So it's a nice promo. It's a nice way to get engagement with the app. And then if you personalize it, all the better. And it's really easy to do. So on that note, birthday push notifications. So again, personalizing them can improve reaction rates by up to 400%. A reaction is a tap, or it's a click through or anything like that. So again, we'll do this at the birthday push notification. I'll show you how to set that up. You can do that on other notifications. There are other ways that you can personalize notifications as well. And so one of those big ways of doing that is using Square's customer groups. So let's say this is your location here. It's location in the downtown area. You can take all from Per Diem, you can say, hey, give me all my customers that have ordered through the app at my downtown location. You can export all those customers. You can then, if you're using Square's marketing features, you can upload all those customers and create a custom group for those and say, app users downtown. And you're going to create a segmented group within Square. Now you can send email marketing to those people, but also in Per Diem, you're going to be able to send push notifications to that specific group at that specific location. So in Per Diem, you can even do certain coupon codes that are only good for a certain location. And you can put up banners that only show at a certain location. So, hey, downtown's really slow on Wednesdays at noon for whatever reason. People aren't coming into the office, what have you. hey, let's put a banner. It's only going to show when people go to the downtown location. Let's send out a push to just our customers there. Let's give a sweetheart deal, and boom. And it's just going to those people, yada, yada, yada. And then you're kind of incentivizing your best customers there. And then it's kind of like this. So maybe that turns into a thing that you can do weekly, or maybe it's just kind of random when, you feel like it, or there's a special occasion. Nonetheless, the point here, use Square's customer groups, and then you can send notifications that'll be relevant. Like, think also everybody that's ordered, a type of pastry from you, or everyone that's ordered like a cold drink for you. Maybe there's some sort of promo that you want to give to just these people. And so there's a number of different ways. You all are very creative. You can think of these different ways, but the point is we're going to help to support you. And all you need to do is upload these into Square the same way you would for email marketing, and then you can send push to the same group from Per Diem itself. Special occasions. So again, personalized, whenever someone's going to see their name, it's going to be better. But we had a great campaign here from Kino's Coffee around Christmas. They did do, they went above the typical, but it was Christmas. And so you can understand. And they were giving away every day. They had like a cool deal that they were given for all 12 days. So, but that's a great occasion of like a special occasion that you should be using. So holidays are obviously fall into this bucket. But that can be everything to, you have an event in-house, right? You have some cool live music tonight that you want to showcase. That's special too. So anything that's going on in the greater world that you want to celebrate, that you think your customers are going to want to celebrate with you, then you can leverage push notifications to do that. And so it's a nice example here. Customer reviews. So within Per Diem, after somebody orders from you, the next time they go into the app, they'll get like a pop-up where they can review the order, similar to DoorDash and other apps. You all have seen this, been there, done that. But within Per Diem, like, hey, let's say somebody did have a bad time for whatever reason. They had to wait a long time for their coffee, you got slammed, whatever. We actually enable, so for that specific user, you can send a personal push notification just to them. So they're the only ones that are going to see this. You can do this straight from Per Diem. And you can say, hey, I saw you had a really bad experience from your review. I'm really sorry that we mixed up your drink. You had to wait so long. We went ahead and refunded you. Obviously you can include their name in this, but this is just a one-to-one message, and then it's just going to appear on their phone there. So again, you can do this over email. I think the benefit of a push, there's probably a higher likelihood that they're going to see it. Once they see that push, they might be grateful. Once they tap it, they're in your app. It's a great way just to engage them and get another order, obviously. And I think the key is to do this rather quickly. So in the orders dashboard within Per Diem, you can scan those however frequently. If there's ever a 1 or 2 star review, by default, we send you an email and we let you know. So that would be a really good occasion to follow up, send this person, hey, really sorry about the issue. Again, you can do this on other channels. But push, the nice thing about push, it's going to be one way too. So it's just like, hey, we did this cool thing for you, and you're not going to have now an entire back and forth with them, and so you've kind of done the thing, and you can move on to whatever is next on your checklist. So just some ideas for campaigns, some things that we've seen be successful. So we mentioned Tika Shack, so really brilliant campaign, this Tika Tuesday. They take a super slow day and they now convert it into their busiest day of the week. And we see the orders, it's really like, it's, I've mentioned it before, it's like a 300% increase, and they already do a lot of orders on a daily basis. So they're killing it. Yeah, anytime it's hot out or it's cold out, coffee can go both ways and drinks can go both ways. So whether you need to cool down or whether you need to heat up, now it's the middle of summer. So obviously people are probably cooling down more than heating up, but nonetheless, very seasonal. And so take advantage of whatever weather it is. And coffee sounds good no matter what. And then happy hour. So I mentioned this during our um, promotions, our app launch webinar, but you can set up in Square, whether it's through Square Loyalty, or you can set up like BOGO deals. So you can do buy one, get one, get 50%. You can create coupons to do this as well. But the benefit of setting up, let's say, a discount in Square for 50% off from like, again, I can do it at a certain location at a certain time, like 3 to 5 every Wednesday, give people 50% off. um, then you don't need a coupon code, then you don't need anything, then you're just promoting to people, you're sending out that push, hey, just come and order today from 3 to 5 and it's going to be 50% off. So again, check out our previous webinar. It's on how to launch your app. And in that, I just show you basically you can set up those discounts within Square itself, and then they are respected in the app. So great promotion there that Starbucks runs to great success. That's it. I'll stop for a moment in case there are any questions, and if not, I will hop in and we can do a little bit of a demo. All right. Well, let me prepare the demo. Cool. So now you can you see the dashboard now?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. So once you log into Per Diem, you're going to have your dashboard with your latest metrics and all that stuff. So that's great. You can see if you do run a campaign, then obviously you should see, hey, orders are up, whether it's like from today till tomorrow, you'll be able to see. Obviously, today's a little slow. We got a webinar. But nonetheless, the last 7 days, you'll be able to compare and contrast those things. But basically, we're going down. Once you log in, you're going all the way down here to the marketing section. It'll be collapsed. And then we're going to the push notification section within marketing. So from top to bottom, first, we're going to have our notification history tab. Here you can see all the notifications you have, whether you sent them to a group, whether you sent them to a single individual. And you're going to see when you sent it and what you sent. So obviously, that comes in handy. The create a notification tab. So this is going to be a part of our pro plan. As part of the starter plan, you get all the other notifications, but as part of the pro plan, you can basically send, just like email marketing, you can send push notifications to your entire audience. So by default, it does send to everybody. But then, as I mentioned, you can set up different customer groups. And so now I'm going to go into Square, and these different customer groups that I have set up, hey, all my unlimited subscribers, I want to send them this special thing that we're offering in our subscriptions, our unlimited coffee subscription. So you guys get the point. I already give you a few examples. And then one of the cooler things is you can just schedule these. So you want this to go out at Friday, as I mentioned, like, hey, maybe right after lunch, right when everyone's feeling that lull, around 12:30, 1 o'clock kind of thing. And then whatever it is, we have a bunch of templates here to get you going. But again, as I mentioned, like ChatGPT is a great resource for this. Like, give me 10 examples of amazing push notifications that Starbucks sends out. Use no more than 100 characters in the copy, and just get some ideas that way in terms of the copy and what fits your tone of voice. And then from here, obviously, you can preview it and you'll see what it looks like on a phone. But then once you would hit send, it's going to schedule it. So now it's scheduled. And if we go into notification history, I'll see that it's scheduled. And it's like, if for any reason I want to go ahead and cancel it, then I just go ahead and I'll cancel. So that's how sending a notification works. In terms of the birthday notifications, you would go into dynamic and you can see that it's selected as birthday. So again, maybe you decide, hey, I don't want to send everybody birthday notifications, or I am, but I want to send my VIPs like double birthday notification, so maybe you have a customer group and you can send these a special birthday just to your VIPs and you can give them a little bit more, or you just give everybody the same discount. And so as I mentioned, we would come in here, we'll hit the first name. So, you know, happy birthday. It'll be personalized, obviously. Um, throw a little exclamation there. And then I didn't show you guys, but it's really easy to create a coupon code. So, and then we're going to create a birthday coupon code. So we've already pre-created these codes here. So we have this happy B-Day code for $5 off. You can see it's active. And so all we're going to do is click on that, hit done. And so now it'll insert this, and you can update this, obviously, the messaging, but awesome. So now once I enter my birthday, May 18th in the app, on May 18th, I'll get a push notification from Per Diem Coffee, which is our demo app, saying, hey, use happy birthday, Tomer. Use code Happy B Day at checkout to enjoy a $5 discount. By default, these codes are good for 48 hours, just as an FYI. But yeah, great way to get engagement. We know a lot of people use the birthday feature in Square. I think big picture, you're probably not going to run both. We get that. And Square is kind of set up already. I think the nice thing about this is people that have your app, generally, they're your best customers. Generally, they spend a lot more money in your app. So something to consider if you're going to say, hey, one or the other. Do I want people just ordering in store, or do I want them to download our app and actually order from the app? So you might not offer like a birthday something to everybody, but if you do it from the app, it's again, it's a great way to get engagement in the app. And so this is how you would set that up. The order status notification. So this wasn't, these are more transactional notifications. So these are less on the marketing side. And I'll show you a few examples of these, but by default, we have this messaging here. So it goes in accordance with all of the Square statuses as it relates to an order. So once an order's in, hey, order confirmed, we got it. You can totally customize all this messaging here. You can insert your own branding, your own emojis, your own language. Again, feel free to use ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, rewrite this line, but inserting my own personality. Here's a description of my company. You know, and it'll come up with something quirky that could be cute. Or you just decide to stick with our messaging here. That works as well. So all these, by default, these order status notifications, whenever you update the status in Square, hey, order's in, hey, it's in progress, hey, order complete, order picked up, we're going to trigger another notification based on this messaging here. But we know you're all busy. We know you got 5 orders in the queue and you're one barista down and what have you. So a lot of people don't always mark those statuses. So what we've added, and this is a brand new feature, you can now toggle the autocomplete and say automatically mark as picked up 5 minutes after the prep time ends. So by default, I don't have to update my statuses. If you do, it'll send, fine. But now I know, just to, to make that communication all the clearer, 5 minutes, it's just going to automatically send all the push notifications. So there's going to be a sequence by which it'll send it based on what criteria you've sent here. So usually I'll say like 5 minutes after the prep time we've given them, it's usually safe that, hey, your order's ready right about now. So that's in terms of the order status notification. The other push notifications that we have they're also transactional, but the abandoned cart, I recommend having an abandoned cart on. Not necessarily lapsed users. You can figure out if you want to do that. You can put a special deal in for people that haven't been in the app for a while. Create a custom coupon code for them for maybe like a few dollars off, or you just turn these off. That's fine too. But abandoned cart is usually worth it. Hey, you were just in the app. Hey, you just left the app. Boom. So after I forgot the time that we sent it. I think it might be a half hour, but it might be shorter than that. We'll send this push notification out. Oh yeah, I do have a few things in the cart. I forgot. Boom, click, boom, pay, good to go. So that's a great one to have. So here, this is the section. This is the entire push notification section here. I did mention, though, that you can send the customer support notifications. So if you go down into the reporting section, into your customers, hey, we got this guy, Tomer. He was in earlier. And something got messed up with his order. We had to refund him. So like I was telling you before, hey, sorry for the issue, Tomer. Um, we've refunded your order. Um, you know, yada, yada, yada. Right? So that's it. Looks good. Boom. You hit send. Da, 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 da. And there you can see on my phone, it's blurred out, but if it's close enough to my face, you can see I just got that push notification instantly. Nice. I'm going to see it. It's not going to get buried in my email somewhere. So again, not necessarily something you have to do, but you want to show appreciation for somebody. Hey, maybe you're the owner, you saw somebody in store. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's up to you guys. You can be creative, but the point is you can send these hyper personalized notifications. You already saw the impact that these have, but so I'm sure you can come up with lots of ways to go ahead and do that. I also mentioned on the marketing side, just in terms of the banners. So like I said, if you're going to do a promo through push, you're probably going to want to add like this type of banner here. We already have some banners up, so you could see this is like what we call the sticky banners. So it's a discount. It'll have a little coupon code. You can even add an image in it. So let's say you want to put like an image of one of your drinks in there or something like that. So easily you can add that. Make it available at one location, at multiple locations. Point is, reinforce whatever you're saying. Hey, use coupon code 5 off to get, or 2 off to get $2 off today. Reinforce that in this sticky. And then once once people click into the app, they're going to see on the homepage of the app, they're going to see the promo code there. So again, I mentioned before, the push notification goes away after I tap it. Now I'm in the app, I'm on your homepage. Oh, there it is. I just have to use promo EATS and I get the $2 off. Okay, and this doesn't go away. I think the only thing here you're going to want to remember, obviously, afterwards to disable or to make it to turn off the visibility. So that's as it relates to banners. Again, you can send push without the banners. We just recommend to reinforce your messaging. Other things here in the reward section. So you can use coupon codes. So as I mentioned, so you're going to do a promotion, just create a coupon code. You can make it good. Again, you can make it expire tonight, one day only. Here it's by default never expire, but hey, this expires tonight, or this expires this afternoon at 5 o'clock. However you guys want to set it up. One per customer, all locations, cool. And then you just create the promo code. If you were going to set up the birthday notifications, you just make the birthday code, same deal. You set up all the criteria here, and then you just tap the birthday coupon. If you're going to do points instead, again, you can send push notifications out. You're offering double points today or something like that. You set that up through Square Loyalty. You should schedule a push notification for that 100%. We have also other mechanisms that you can do, other banners that you can utilize for that. But certainly you should be sending push notifications to promote certain things like that. So on that note, let me just show you a few examples here. See, I'm going to try. Can you see my phone now?
Not yet.
Okay, let me try this again. So share. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I think I'm just going to go through my phone now and here you can see the refund that I just got. Again, boom, I click that. I'm right in the Per Diem app. I'm logged in. I'm good to go. And hey, these guys are so nice. They just refunded me. I'm going to go order something right now, right? Here we go, Iron Paffles. Hump day. Yeah, hump days, Wednesdays are never great days. But look, I mean, they're doing a 30% off, whether it's hump day, Monday blues, all that. And these things at the end of the day, they drive results. So that's great. Here we can see Crema today and tomorrow, 2x on energies and quenchers. So that's a great campaign. You can set that up in Square. You can do category discounts. And you can set those category discounts up, or I'm sorry, you can, by loyalty, you can set certain categories that get extra points on certain days. So you could set that up. And then within per diem, you're just going to promote those here. So you can see, they're sending that out a few times. Hey, don't forget. So that's a great use case there. I mentioned the order status notifications. So here you can see I was at Brooklyn Roasting Company the other day. Awesome, my order's in. I've been there a few times. And then the order confirmation. Here we can see Kino's. There's no promo here. Kino's is just saying, hey guys, we've got new treats. So it's just a reminder to come and come and enjoy. So you don't always need to give a discount. Julien Boulangerie, great example here, very personalized in French. Well, at least like the message itself. But this is their abandoned cart. So you can see, oops, someone forgot to savor the croissants. Awesome. I click, I'm in. Play, they're they're having an event. So it's like, again, you're doing more of the event thing. That's great. I mentioned Tikka Shack and Masala Walk. You can see how they're promoting Tikka Tuesdays. Amazing example. Another abandoned cart. So here, and you can see, also Sweet Green, like there are plenty of playbooks out there, guys. And so, again, I would highly recommend leveraging something like ChatGPT just to get the best practices out there. What does Sweet Green do? What does, Starbucks do? What does McDonald's do? And then maybe from that, you can come up with some good ideas for yourself. Great way to communicate if you are closing down early or anything like that. New menu items, Pasta di Guy does a great job of doing that as well. And then, yeah, here you can see Kunu Coffee. Hey guys, it's one of those weather things. It's coffee weather, so just come on by. So again, just subtle reminders also help a lot. So these are great examples of just, regular coffee shops that are leveraging this technology. And yeah, and you can see most of them are sent at like 12:30, so you can tell they're probably most likely scheduled in the system. But you can see the ones that are sent at 1:39 are probably like they went in there at a certain time and they decided to send it at that time. So those are just a number of the different types of notifications that you can get. And yeah, that just about does it for this week's session. So we hope you learned a lot. Again, just to recap, in terms of per diem, push notifications come with every one of our packages. But if you want to send a notification in terms of marketing notification, that comes with our pro package. So I'll just quickly go to our pricing page so you see that. Here you can see 99 a month. And so that you're going to get transactional push notifications. You'll be able to send the customer support, even the birthday notifications you'll be able to send in the 99 plan. But once you get into the 199 plan, there we go. You're able to send those marketing push notifications. Hey, coming in today, get $2 off, all that good stuff. So that's what we have for today. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next week where we're going to jump deep into the data side of things and see what are the key metrics you should be tracking in terms of your mobile app and how you can improve upon those key metrics. But until then, have a great week and we'll see you next time. Adios.